2 hours early, right?
Because
And
his flight clearly landed very early.
he's a fast pilot. He flies fast, apparently.
Yeah, here we go. Zoom, zoom, motherfucker.
So yeah, so it gets more entertaining. So he gets there, he's really sweaty, right? And I'm like, I like cleaned my house.
I mean, it is SanDiego, Katie. You guys are like 150 fucking degrees compared
it is
to
pretty
us.
warm. It was a warm September.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And I had the air conditioning on though, so I was like, prepared for him to be there. And
you were prepared to get sweaty, sweetheart.
I was prepared.
I know that game.
Because I was like, oh, date 3, right? Something's gonna happen. And yeah, I was ready.
It has to at this point, because now we're just getting bored.
Well, he was ready to nurture me, right? Or nourish my body. So
makes me want a Gatorade.
yeah. So he comes in and I have cameras in my house and you can tell he's like looking around and he's like, oh, you
red flag, Katie, red flag.
You've got cameras. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, and you're early. I didn't plan on you being here this early, but I have someone living here with me right now. My kids are out of town, but I kind of have a roommate. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, my daughter does all-star cheerleading and I have a cheerleader living with us right now. He lives in my loft and I'm not sure what time he's going to be home. I hadn't.
Please tell me you didn't have Chris Hansen in the kitchen.
No. And so he's like, what? I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. He's a kid. He's like 21.
It's a boy?
It's a boy. He was a black 20-year-old gay cheerleader living with me.
Go team, go.
Yes. But he wasn't home, right? And I didn't know what time he was going to be home. And I'm like, let me just text him and let him know that I have someone here. And he's like,
you have a pilot just flew in.
A pilot just flew in early for the trip. And the thing across the street, the beer and wine festival or whatever, it didn't start till 5 o'clock. So I was like, what are we going to do for 2 hours? I mean, I had some ideas, but
whatever. You are a spring chicken, sweetheart. Yeah. 2 hours, good night.
Mm-hmm. So he's there and he's like, well, show me around. And I'm like, you want a tour of my house? Okay.
I mean, you're the one that lives in a mansion in Carlsbad.
Right.
You want to see my 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
cookie cutter house. Yeah.
And white picket fence.
Yeah. And so anyway, so I'm showing him, I'm like, so this is the living room. Here's the kitchen. And he's like, show me your bedroom. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's when that bow chicka wow wow music comes in. Hey, we're not alone.
Yeah. So anyways, so we go upstairs and I'm showing him, all the things and he's just kind of like looking around, and so we go into my bedroom and I have one of those bedrooms that has like an ensuite, right? And it has a shower, like a standing shower and a bathtub, like garden tub, right? I think that's what they call them, those big tubs that are like big, but
jacuzzi.
No, not jacuzzi, but it's like one of those big bathtubs that's big, but not very deep, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I was like, how do I reference this? I'm sorry, my parents might see this, but okay. So back to the tub.
Yeah. So back to the tub. And he goes, that's a really nice shower. And I'm like, sure. It's a cookie cutter house, right? Whatever. Cool. And he goes, that's a really nice bathtub. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Thanks. And he's like, do you mind if I pull myself a bath? And I'm like,
this is at 3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. All right. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he wanted to draw himself a bath. And I'm like, sure.
Like with you? You were going to
Well, I
join
thought
him?
maybe it was going to be like sexy time, like bath. So I'm like, and I'm thinking, and this
each other.
He was a big man, I'll tell you. He was probably like a little over 200 pounds, like 220.
Well, most men should be over 200 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope so. But he was like 220, right? And like 6'3". Yeah.
That's a big boy.
He was a big boy, right?
Okay.
Like he was corn-fed, like Midwest boy, right? I think he said he went to Cornell. Like I think he referenced he went to a big school, right? And so he was trying to use big fancy words on me, and I was just like, okay, whatever. But anyway, so he wanted to take a bath, and I'm like,
well, he was very sweaty.
He was very sweaty, and I'm like, well, maybe this is good for him. He's stinky, maybe, I don't know. And he goes, "Do you have any bubble bath?" And I'm like,
I use shampoo, dude.
and then in my head, I'm like, I don't really take baths, but let me see what I got. I'm like, maybe my kids have a bath bomb.
Please
Yeah.
tell me I had a toy inside.
No. So I'm like looking around, like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, what am I supposed to entertain this idea?
Do I
don't
join
know.
him?
Do I join him? Do I take my clothes off too? Like I don't know what I'm doing, right? And he's like literally like started the water,
Oh,
is like going for it, and I like go into my kid's bathroom, and I'm like searching. I'm like, man, Christmas, they must have gotten a bath. I mean, I have a daughter, right? Like she's in
she has
cheerleading.
to have.
She's got a glittery freaking bath bomb around here somewhere, and so I find one, and it's orange, and I'm like, this is gonna have to work, right?
This is the best.
Yeah. So I come back into the bedroom, and he's already climbing into the tub, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Do you know that I get spray tans all the time? When if I take a bath, I look like I had an orange bath bomb.
Yeah, well, yeah. So there is a photo. I mean, we will have to throw that up there.
Oh,
yeah.
I will.
Yeah, yeah.
This
So
is
so good. And so he gets in, and I'm like,
what are you doing? Are you still fully clothed?
I'm fully
standing?
clothed, so I'm wearing this like summer dress. It's black. I still have the dress. It's black with
I
little
would
white
probably
flowers
burn
in
it.
it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, okay. I give him the bath bomb. I throw the bath bomb into the.
You're like bombs away.
And then I just sit down and next to the tub, and he's
That's
there.
what I do for my 6-year-old when I
know,
wash his hair.
I know. So I sit there and I'm like, okay, like let's chat it up. And I'm like, how long is this gonna last? And so we're just talking.
I have to ask, was he hard?
He was not.
Okay.
He was not. And so
Okay.
that's when I realized it was not a sexy time bath, right? Like I was like, there's nothing sexy about this. This man is
literally washing his balloon
soft.
knot.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. And then he starts telling me that like, and I've looked this up now. It's
I'm dead.
he's taking
I literally want to crawl out of my
I know,
skin
I know,
for you
I know.
right
So
now.
he's telling me like this that he starts referencing a Scottish bath. And so if anyone knows anything about James Bond, apparently James Bond was really into Scottish baths. And so
No, I only know about the Loch Ness Monster, which clearly you had in your tub. Never looking at Scotland.
yeah, so I'm sitting there on the floor next to the bath as he's talking. And so a Scottish bath, so if you guys need to know,
Yes.
and actually it's a Scottish shower, is when you take a really hot shower and then you take a cold shower right afterwards. So it's like you get really hot and then you put a cold shower on. But he wanted to do this in the bath form. So
okay,
yeah.
that's a lot of water,
That's
sir.
a lot of water.
It's very
I know.
expensive to live here.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that back then, but now I do. And so he's sitting there, and you guys, I'm on my phone. I'm like texting my friends, and like, I had this code word back then when I first started dating that whenever I was in a bad dating situation, I would text my friends pizza. Like a pizza slice, like an emoji pizza slice, right? Like, so they would know that they needed to call me.
Oh, I get it.
Like,
yeah, like
hey,
save me, get me out of here.
Me, pizza, like a pizza slice,
Jess
right?
is raising her hand.
Yeah,
she's had a whole pie in the last month sent to her.
No, I would send so many people this like emoji, right? And I would tell all my friends, like, hey guys, if I'm sending you an emoji, a pizza emoji, that means come and get me or call me. Like that means I'm in trouble or I need you to like find me, right? And so, anyways,
Jessica.
So, can you take
Here's a pizza emoji.
Pizza emoji right now.
Yep. There's a phone. Oh
shit.
She's getting a Tinder call right now.
My Tinder's blowing up right now. So anyway, I am texting everyone pizza emojis, and no one's fucking calling me back. It's a Saturday, and
I'm
this
bitch is hungry.
Yeah, it's 3:00. What does Katie want fucking pizza for? Like, what's going on right now, right? And I'm like, God damn it! Like, okay, it's fine. And so I
tell everyone online what your passcode is.
Oh, geez. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, being a mom sucks sometimes.
It happens. Jessica, while you're up, can you pour a glass of wine?
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm texting my friends, the pizza emoji. No one's answering me. I'm texting people like, "Hey guys, like I need a lifeline here. Like anyone." And
Nobody gives a fuck.
no one gives a fuck. And this guy just keeps talking.
Oh,
I think she needs a wine glass though.
Yeah.
Whoops. She just wants you to drink out of the bottle.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So anyway, so we no one's answering me, and he asked me finally, like, who are you texting? And I'm like, my friends. And he's like, oh, what are you texting them? I'm like, oh, I'm just telling them about my date here.
That there's a pilot in my bathtub.
Yeah, a pilot in my bathtub taking his Scottish bath. And he's like, take a picture. And so I did. I
What?
said, okay. And I did. And it looks like he's literally swimming in a cup of noodles, you guys. He's in the orange bath. It's like so
I'm
funny,
dead.
right? And so
Like, did he smile in the photo?
oh yeah. Oh
Did you
yeah.
get
Live action photo, y'all. Like
a wiener and
no,
no?
it's tastefully done. So you can't really see
You're
anything.
such a
But
classy
like, yeah.
girl.
So it's pretty funny. And then so he you know, whatever. I sit there and I'm still just in shock right now, like what's going on and how am I gonna get myself out of my situation that I've gotten myself into.
Like,
And-
how do you get him out of the bath? I mean,
Yeah, how do
I
you
have
get him
trouble
out?
getting a 6-year-old out. I have to lure him with ice cream.
Right. So 35-year-old.
So do you, I mean, it kind of is the same. You date younger, so it could be the same.
Yeah, totally. So he's still in there, and then he has now drained the tub to put the cold water in for his Scottish bath.
I forgot.
Yeah, so he does that, and then finally, I get a phone call, right? And I'm like, hallelujah, someone's saving me, right? And it's my friend Corey, and unfortunately, she had just gotten a puppy, and she had the puppy had jumped over the fence and had knocked down her elderly neighbor, and the neighbor had broken her shoulder, and the paramedics had come and taken the lady, and she was freaking out, right? Like,
Is this the story we're telling ourselves?
Well, yeah, I thought
Or-
she was saving me, but like in
Oh.
all reality, this had
Oh, it really
actually
did
happen.
Oh,
And
God.
she had a pit bull terrier, and it was just a puppy. The puppy didn't mean to hurt the lady, but like this situation had happened, and this guy had listened to this, was listening to me talk to my friend, because I was like sitting right there, and I was like, calm down, Corey, it's okay. And like he decides to like get in there, and he's like, why would anyone ever have a pit bull? And I'm like, look at him, and I'm like, shut up, like what are you talking
Yeah,
about? Like,
that's
you
not the
don't-
point
yeah,
right
that's
now.
not the point right now. Like, why are you even interjecting in this, right? And so like I get up at this point and
Like,
I go,
watch your nuts.
yeah, what the hell? And so like I get up and I go and lay across my bed, right? And so like I'm laying across it, not like
Are you naked?
no, I have my dress on. And so like I lay across my bed and I'm like talking to her and I'm like trying to get her attention. Like, Corey. I get it. Like, I need you.
Pizza.
I need pizza,
Ninja Turtle emoji.
Pizza. And she's like not getting it, right? Because she's so upset about the dog situation. And I can see in the mirror that he's now gotten out of the bathtub and he's dried himself off, right? And he put his shorts on.
Please don't tell me you have white towels.
I do. Yeah. And so he dries himself off and I'm like watching, and then I get off the phone with her because I'm like, I don't know what to do now. And so he goes over and he lays on top of me with all of his like force, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen
like
now?
Superman on you?
Yeah, like he Superman's on top of me. And he goes, babe, I'm gonna go downstairs and get my stuff out of the car. I'll be right back. And I'm like,
Wait, naked?
he had shorts on at this point. And I'm like,
Where's the male cheerleader?
yeah. And I'm like, what the hell? And then, oh, I forgot to say, and when he was in the bathtub, he asked me about the male cheerleader, and he had said, like, do you think your roommate's gonna want me? And I'm like, no, dude,
I don't.
yeah, like, no, this is not happening.
He's gonna want
right?
you to
like,
fucking leave.
yeah, like it was just like a really odd comment, right? And so, anyways, so back to the story. He so he goes downstairs, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on, right? And so a few minutes pass by, and I'm like, it's real quiet, and I'm not sure what's going on, right? And like, I get up and I like tiptoe downstairs, and all of a sudden I realize he's in my kitchen, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in my kitchen? And he gets startled because I'm in there, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, well, my shoulder hurt, and so I came to get an ice pack, and he grabs me like kind of aggressively by the arm, and he's like, you need to lay down. And so he like pulls me over to the couch and like pushes me down aggressively and like lays me out and puts the ice pack on my shoulder.
I thought his shoulder hurt.
Oh, it was me. I said that that's the reason why I had come downstairs.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, lay here, don't move. He gives me a kiss on the lips, like kind of aggressively. And then he's like, I'm going to go get my stuff out of the car. I'll be right back. And then as he's walking towards the front door and walking out, he goes, babe, if we stay together, we're never getting a pit bull. And I'm like, and anyone knows
You're
me.
never getting back in this motherfucking
Well,
house.
and anyone that knows me is like,
Oh God.
if
We're getting
anyone
a
knows
Tinder
me,
video of an eggplant right now. This is amazing.
and if anyone knows me, I'm not a big animal person. So I'm in my head, I'm like, I don't even like animals. Like, yeah, what the fuck? And this is not happening anyways. Like, and so like I lay there like really quietly, like not even sure what I'm gonna do now. And I'm like, do I go lock the door? Like,
Yes.
what do I do? Right.
Yes.
And so like I lay there, and then I like 5 minutes go by, and I'm like laying there just waiting to see what happens. And then all of a sudden I get a text, and it's from him. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think we're compatible, or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, he was going to murder me, or he was homeless. Either one, something.
Wait, hold on. So you let a man you didn't know come over, wash his balls, take and then you left?
Yeah.
I don't think you could have had a better ending.
It gets better.
Oh God, please don't tell me you were on a flight and he was your pilot.
Oh no. So I think I think that I like found his profile again. Well, full circle. End of the day, I freaked out. I thought he was going to murder me. I'm like, I can't believe I left this man in my house. Like, who was he?
Yeah.
Why did he leave like that?
Jessica, did you get a pizza emoji? Okay.
Yeah, everyone did. She was in Palm Springs when this happened.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
so that was fair.
We'll give her a pass.
Yeah, pass. And so I literally freaked out. I packed a bag. I went to my friend Kim. No, I went to Corey's house right afterwards because I finally got through to someone. We called someone at Southwest. He didn't exist. He was not real. We made a meme with the bathtub photo with him and posted it on social media that said, want to fly the friendly skies.
Oh my God.
Want to get away. Because that was their tagline at the time. Want to get away with him.
Yeah, no, I like assigned seats.
Mm-hmm. One of my friends called him from their phone, and he answered.
Did he have a 619 area code?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's still here.
Okay. Yeah. And then so that all happened, and then he like stopped. Whatever. He never really responded like what his story was or whatever. But it
because you didn't have
freaked
bath
me out.
bombs. He was like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
bitch."
I bought a cat piñata.
Okay.
Yeah, I left my friend's house. I got a cat piñata. Right? It was a cat piñata, I think. Right, Jess?
What? Why did you get a cat piñata?
I went to Walmart for some supplies, and
you just
cat piñata, and then I drove to Palm Springs for the rest of the weekend.
With the cat piñata.
Yeah, as my co-pilot.
Okay.
So I wasn't by myself.
I'm not judging.
I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then I proceeded to have a really good weekend. I ended up having to share a room with Craig that weekend. Remember? But yeah, I was there. It was fine. And then full circle, maybe it was 2 years later.
Did Craig take a bath?
Craig did not take a bath. But we did meet some swinger weird people though, remember?
Well, yeah, you're in Palm Springs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, at one of the bars.
They hand out butt plugs like mints at restaurants.
Yeah, one of my friends got a custom cock ring that weekend, remember, Jess?
Yeah. She's like, stop talking about my husband.
It wasn't her husband because we were not there. But anyways, we were out there. It was pretty funny. And then 2 years later, I was on a website that we're not all supposed to talk about, but I was on a website on Facebook.
Is it not special assessments? What's it? What is it? Seeking arrangements.
No.
Seeking arrangements.
No.
Where you have old men pay for you.
No.
You're into younger guys, but it's
No. It's a page where girls sometimes post like things of guys that they've dated.
Oh, we can't say the name because there's so many. Yeah. It's if are we the same? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was on that page, and
it is women are nasty.
Yeah, they are. They're really nice.
Horrible humans.
Yeah, they are. And so I had joined that group like way long ago, right? And I never had posted anything on there. I never asked.
No, I don't post either. I just like to read everybody else's train wrecks.
Yeah. But for some reason, that guy's picture came up, and I was like, holy moly. And there was like at least 100 comments on this person. And so like I was reading them and they were pretty gnarly, but like come to find out, he was a married man and he was in the military and was not a pilot and was going under all these other names and stuff like that. And I just had to like share my story because
it's phenomenal.
yeah, it was so crazy. And it was by far the best story out there.
Yeah,
of
no,
him.
you win.
But it was just wild that he had gone and done similar things. No one else had a bathtub story, but he had.
Well, no one has a bath like you.
Yeah, no one else has a garden tub
Yeah.
like me, apparently, or gives out free bath bombs. So just,
Can I come over tonight?
absolutely, Sabrina. The tub is open.
I'm in. Sorry, Olivia, I'm still in your bath bomb.
So yeah. So anyways, Vincent, or can't even remember what else his name was. He had a couple different profiles because I kept finding him on Bumble and I would report him, and so I would report him every single time I saw him.
Did he use the same photos?
He did, and he actually used his photo like from his wedding, like his actual,
like in the suit.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in his tuxedo.
See, as women, we both have been married. We're both divorced. I can't post a photo of me in my wedding dress and be like, oh my god, I'm just dressed really pretty tonight. Like men can get away with it, but I think there's ways around it. You have to look at the colors and see what other tuxes the guys are in. I don't know. There's got to be some secrets that we can find out because there are so many men on these dating sites that are married.
Right.
I had a girlfriend back when I lived in New Hampshire. I worked with her at the bar, and she started going on Plenty of Fish. Now, she used to call it Plenty of Chodes, but she did Plenty of Fish because she was pissed about Plenty of Fish because when you go on Match or eHarmony, you had to put your credit card in. You had to pay. Plenty of Fish was free. So it was everyone that was married.
Yeah.
So that's when she realized that these free sites were just dudes traveling, trying to get their dick wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. We're at that age where it's like we're in our 40s. Dating websites became a very popular thing in the last couple of years.
Right.
I couldn't imagine being 20, learning to date, learning what I even liked in the bedroom, out at restaurants, like what my personality matched with. And these people have to do it over a phone.
Right.
Which I could be anybody.
Right.
I actually had to meet people face to face.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have the best stories. I just always ran from him when I was on, but
yeah.
So have you heard from Bubbles since?
No, I haven't heard from Bubbles, but a lot of my friends have taken the photo, and that is my screensaver. So when I call,
they see Bubbles.
Yeah.
How would you feel going on air right now if we tried to call Bubbles?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
you can do it from my phone.
We could, but I don't know if I actually have his phone number. That's what I was looking for earlier. I know. But we could look for it, and then we could try to give him a call.
Okay.
Because one of these times, because it would be pretty funny.
I would love to go to his, or we could just show up at his house.
Yeah,
we have his address.
He didn't actually live there. It was like all a ploy. Yeah. So like, come to find out, like his parents weren't dead.
No, an Egyptian prince lived in that house.
Right? Yeah, exactly. The house was like for sale.
Oh,
yeah. All the things. Yeah, it was just what a poor guy. I mean, and it's so sad, like to think that people had to like. There's people out there that have to like stoop that low for.
I mean, to be honest, I've seen the picture. He wasn't a bad looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was his wiener?
I don't know. I never.
Come on, you didn't look in the tub.
No. It was soft.
Well, yeah, I know. There's growers and showers, but like, did it look funny? No.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're not getting any.
Nothing to ride home to mom about.
Did he ever send a dick pic?
No, he didn't. I told you he was like such a gentleman that like it was so weird.
Do you know why he? Oh wait, when he showed up to your house, was he in a vehicle?
Yeah, he was in a Honda.
Okay. Maybe it didn't have AC, or do you know why he was so sweaty?
Well, I thought maybe until I found out that he was married and stuff like that. I thought he was homeless for a while.
Wow.
He had a sweaty problem.
I can't. Well,
Yeah.
there could be worse problems.